Good evening. My name is Natalie Chow, and I'm currently an undergraduate student here at the University of Guelph. I'd like to welcome you to the Ontario Agricultural College Convocation this evening. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduands, and we take great pride in this ceremony. I'd like to tell you a little about the proceedings tonight. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium, and the gowns and hoods represent that history. In general, the gowns for the baccalaureate and the magistrate programs are black, and the color of the hood is different for each degree category. At the University of Guelph, the doctorate degrees have a bright blue gown, and the honorary degrees have an even brighter color gown. The University of Guelph crest that you can see on the curtains behind me and on the cover of your convocation program also represents that specific history. The crest shows ties with the royal city of Guelph through the White Stallion, with the liberal arts through the book, with sciences through the astrolabe, and a connection to abundance and agriculture through the cornucopia. The University of Guelph motto, Rerum cognac carausis, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to mean, happy is the one who is able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps to know the meaning of things. The procession of people into the hall are also influenced by ancient tradition. The piper will herald the start of the procession of graduands, the students coming to graduate today. This will be followed by the arrival of the mace leading the platform party. The mace is a symbol of the university's authority and is carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, the beadle was chosen by the instructor to act as an assistant. Today, the beadle is the ceremonial officer of Senate. The degrees will be conferred in the order that you see in your program. The degrees are separated into categories representing the specific degree being awarded within the college. We will begin with the doctorates and the magistrates, followed by the baccalaureate degrees. The name reader will present each scholar to the chancellor and the president by degree category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place a ceremonial hood over the recipient's shoulders, and a photo will be taken. This moment will be videoed, and technology willing, there will be a simultaneous live cast of the event to allow family and friends to watch from a distance. The chancellor and the president will greet each student at center stage, and once again, a photograph will be taken. We understand the joy and the excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask that you hold your applause until after each group of graduates has crossed the stage. There will be a time for a truly thunderous applause. Once all the degrees are conferred and all the cheers are cheered, a recessional will play after the chancellor has closed the ceremony. Please remain standing throughout the recessional until all the platform party has processed out of the hall. Our colleagues at Alumni Affairs is holding a social media program especially developed for Convocation. So please share your photos, memories, and advice with graduating students by using the hashtag #GuelphGrad. Finally, may I be the first person to congratulate the graduating students on all their various successes and to congratulate the family and friends who are here to support them today. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Guelph.
Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
We acknowledge the Atawandaran people on whose territory the University of Guelph resides, and we offer our respect to our Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and Métis neighbors as we strengthen our relationships with them. Let us pause for a moment on this day of celebration to reflect with awareness and gratitude for the gifts that we've been given. Let us remember the diversity of people that enriched our lives, the teachers who educated us, the colleagues who challenged us, the friends who laughed and cried with us, the mentors who advised and guided us, the families that sacrificed for us, the administration and staff who kept doors open and supported us, the workers who don't receive daily recognition for their contributions to our success. May we be thankful and honor their gifts which brought us to this point in our journey. As we graduate, may we be mindful of those to whom the right to education is not afforded. As we look to the future, may we remember the things that we've learned. As we progress on our journey, may we continue to grow not only in knowledge, but also in compassion. May we be filled with wisdom to be good people, brilliant scholars, and passionate citizens of the world. May we become great leaders that improve life just as our lives have been changed. As we leave, may we spread seeds of peace that make the world more just, more mindful, and more beautiful. So be it.
Please be seated. Thank you. Mr. Chancellor, members of the board, honorary fellows and faculty of the university, families and friends of the graduands and graduands, welcome to the celebration of Convocation at the University of Guelph. My name is Franco Vaccarino, and I have the honor of serving as the president and vice chancellor of this great university. And I'm privileged today to welcome you to Convocation. I'd also like to extend a particular welcome to this evening's special guests, Christopher Hall, who will be named as University Professor Emeritus, and Sydney Rizabal, who will receive the Governor General Bronze Medal, and they will be introduced to you formally in a moment. Now, as we begin today's convocation ceremony, let me offer a few congratulatory remarks. First off, graduates, this is your big day. You've worked hard, you've persevered, and you made it. Well done, well deserved. Now, graduates, before we go on, there's a group of individuals here who I'm sure you would agree deserve your special attention. And they are those family members and friends who have supported you through your journey from the sidelines throughout your time at Guelph. So we're going to try something a little different here. I'd invite you to stand up and give a shout out to your family and friends who are here right behind us in the room here. Congratulations. Well done, thank you. It's a great photo op from here. I just love it. So in preparing this welcome, I reflected on the address I gave at my installation as President and Vice Chancellor just last fall. And a central part of that message then was about how this university has prepared you, our graduates, for this very moment and for the years that will follow. So let me share with you some of the thoughts from that installation speech last fall. Now, I'm an optimist by nature. It's just the way I'm wired. And in many ways, we're living through what might be remembered as one of the most exciting and important periods throughout history. I get that response all the time when I do this. It's just incredible. Our world is being marked by incredible advances in life sciences and the physical sciences, in information and communications technology, and in the sheer volume of discovery and knowledge. And through all this change, advances in the social sciences, in the arts, in the humanities, they test our belief systems. They challenge our constructs against new and evolving societal contexts. We're also seeing isolated disciplines and subject matter coming together in fresh and exciting ways, like music and computer technology, healthcare and robotic engineering, materials sciences, and agriculture. More and more, these connections are making knowledge more accessible and more abundant than ever. And they also effectively shrink the gap between the generation of knowledge on the one hand, the application of knowledge on the other. In our fast-paced and interconnected world, the distance has narrowed between today and tomorrow. And that, graduates, presents challenges and it presents great opportunities for you and for us all. So what are the human attributes that will allow us to thrive in such dynamic times? Well, I would suggest that they include, among other things, our ability as individuals and as a university for us to adapt and to readapt in a healthy way to uncertainty and to change. And by adaptation, I'm not referring here to the act of just passive habituation. I'm referring to the act of very consciously and very deliberately redefining ourselves based on what is going on around us. Now, when faced with change, people adapt. Sometimes, however, we adapt in healthy ways, and other times we adapt in less than healthy ways. The opportunity for you, our graduates, is to adapt to change in healthy ways. And that is to say, to undertake thoughtful analysis that will help find what I like to call the upside of uncertainty. Uncertainty generally gets a bad rap, but I would say that there's an important upside to uncertainty and change. This provides hope, it provides inspiration, and it's the basis for discovery. It's about taking uncertainty and change and turning it into a positive, turning it into something special. Now, you've spent the past few years of your lives studying and learning here at the University of Guelph. And an important part of our mission as a university has been to provide our students, you, our graduates, with the tools to successfully adapt and navigate through the complexities and dynamics of a modern society. We've tried to help instill an ability to adapt to, and I would say to indeed thrive in, tomorrow's ever-changing world. Your experience at the University of Guelph has prepared you for exactly that. So in your years here, you've had the opportunity to learn, to witness world-renowned breakthroughs, and to grow personally, which is an important part of your experience. And what you've learned, I would suggest, goes well beyond the teaching of subject matter strictly, and towards the process of learning. Learning to learn, adaptation, creativity, mental nimbleness. As successful graduates, many of you will blend knowledge, mixing and matching ideas from separate disciplines. And your years here at Guelph have given you the creative skills, and they've given you also the analytical skills to apply that knowledge in innovative ways. So as you enter this next exciting stage of your lives, I encourage you to draw on all of your University of Guelph experiences. As learners and as members of a very special community, and to bring the very best you have to offer to every experience. Embrace the opportunities that arrive, look to create your own opportunities. I would say also dare to dream. dare to dream and to reach for an even higher sense of purpose, and find new and fresh ways to take what you've learned here to engage with and make a difference in your world. Thank you again. Congratulations to all of you and all the very, very best.
The University of Guelph awards a bronze medal from the Governor General each year to the graduating student with the highest cumulative average in any associate diploma program. This year's recipient is from the Ontario Agricultural College Associate Diploma in Turfgrass Management Program. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you the recipient of the Governor General's bronze medal, Sidney Riseball. Throughout his 2 years working towards an associate diploma in turfgrass management, Sidney's academic achievements have been exceptional. He is graduating with a cumulative average of 95.1%. Sidney earned grades of 100% in 3 different courses and achieved a final grade of 95% or higher in 10 of his 22 courses. Sidney's been recognized for his outstanding academic performance at every stage of the program. He's been on the OAC Dean's Honor List every semester. He's also the recipient of the 2014 Robert W. Sheard Scholarship that is awarded by Sports Turf Canada to the top sports turf management student in Canada. Sidney grew up working in his father's landscaping business. His professional interest in turf management developed from working in turf and sports field maintenance with the City of Guelph Department of Parks and Recreation. Sidney plans to pursue a career in municipal sports turf management and is currently employed as the lead sports field manager with the Township of Guelph-Eramosa. He does volunteer work with his church and enjoys pursuing creative opportunities in music and media arts. Mr. Chancellor, I'm sure you will agree that Sidney Riseball is an exemplary student and fully deserving of the Governor General's bronze medal.
Mr. Chancellor, on the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Guelph, it is my great honor to present you J. Christopher Hall for the distinction of University Professor Emeritus. It is a particular pleasure and privilege for me, as Dr. Hall and I have taught classes together since 1993, and it has been a great honor to spend that time with you as a colleague. Professor Hall has had a distinguished research career. He has held a Tier 1 Canada Research Chair for 12 years, contributed to countless peer-reviewed publications, and trained more than 65 graduate students. Over his 29-year career, he has published seminal papers in the fields of weed science and recombinant antibody technology, and has received international recognition for his outstanding scholarship. Our School of Environmental Sciences continues to benefit from Dr. Hall's active involvement. He serves on a number of advisory committees while advancing his research in the commercialization of a low-cost, plant-based manufacturing platform for monoclonal antibodies, protein drugs, and vaccines for cancer and other critical illnesses. He is also working with the United States and Canadian Defense Departments to produce a chemical in plants to be used as an antidote against toxic nerve agents on the battlefield. Dr. Hall has patented a technology to improve the therapeutic utility of recombinant antibody fragments and is currently working to develop a new class of therapeutic molecules based on this concept, with the ability to provide rapid, customizable, and relatively inexpensive drugs based on patient-specific antigens. He has discovered an antibody that exhibits cytotoxic activities against its specific target bacterium independently of an immune system effector function. This research program has tremendous potential for further development of applications in medicine. In well-deserved recognition of his illustrious career and his continuing contributions to recombinant antibody technology and advancing human health, I now ask you, Mr. Chancellor, to confer upon J. Christopher Hall the distinction of University Professor Emeritus.
By the authority of the Senate of the University of Guelph, I have the honor to name you University Professor Emeritus. Congratulations, Christopher. I'm pleased to now invite Christopher Hall to give the convocation address.
For all the graduates today, before I start, I would say I don't know how I got here, but somehow it happened. Mr. Chancellor, graduates, faculty members, friends and families of the graduates, I'm honored to be here today with you at your commencement from one of the best agricultural colleges in the world. 37 years ago, I graduated from OAC. Like you, I was happy, I was excited and proud of my accomplishments, but I must also confess I was uncertain of what I would do with my life. With that last thought in mind, let me share with you several stories. There have been three situations that have had significant influence on my life. The first was when I was 17 years old, working in Northern Ontario, far from any towns. I decided to take an extended travel into the bush on my week off. On the third night, I was awoken by a loud humming sound and looked up to see the sky alight as the northern lights danced before me. At first, I was quite frightened by the noise, but as I became calm, I was impressed by their splendor. It was then I was struck by my small place in the universe. Many years later, I had the opportunity to teach in the field as we traveled throughout Kenya. One evening, as the sun was setting, I looked out across the flat plains of the Masai Mara, which is part of the northern reaches of the Serengeti Plain. There were literally thousands of animals before me, species such as zebra, wildebeest, Cape buffalo, lion, gazelle of many types. As I stood there, I understood that this was where our species originated, and indeed our greatest grandmother was an African. Several years later, I had the opportunity to teach and travel in India as part of our university's India semester. During our visit to an ancient Hindu temple in the city of Varanasi, which has been the cultural and spiritual center of northern India for more than 3,000 years, I realized that it was Hinduism that provided the origins of modern Western spirituality. These three events have had a profound influence on my perception of life. You have all been well trained here to undertake your field of interest as you move beyond the university. You are intelligent, but it is important that you remember you will work with people. And this requires a high emotional quotient. EQ will have a major effect on determining your personal and professional success. People and teams can be frustrating, but you must be prepared to be flexible, open-minded, good-spirited, patient, and helpful to all. If they succeed, you succeed. Keep in mind that this is true not only for you, but also for your boss and those reporting to you. Make sure the stage is set for all those working with you so that they may achieve their goals. Help them make good decisions. Do not offer a critique without a suggestion or solution to the problem you have identified. Understanding human nature is often difficult. I have found that many old fables and stories help in this regard. I recommend that my students read Aesop's fables. Some of them will say, "What are Aesop's fables?" You know them well. Birds of a feather flock together, the hare and the tortoise, the wolf in sheep's clothing. One of my favorite modern stories is The Roast. A young woman has a dinner party at which she serves a roast that she cuts in half before cooking it. One of the guests asked why the roast was cut in half and cooked as 2 pieces. The woman replies that she did not know, but it was her mother's method. Being curious, she asked her mother, who indicated that this was how her mother taught her. The next day, when visiting her grandmother, the woman asked why she cut her roast in half before cooking. The grandmother replies that she does not have a pan that is big enough, so she cuts the roast in half and cooks it in 2 small pieces, or in 2 small pans. Thus, we must not hesitate to question the way things are. Do not accept the status quo and always look for improvement. As Abraham Lincoln said, the dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew. What will bring happiness and meaning to your life? Simply put, helping others. Our basic nature is to be kind and good. I've seen this in many people throughout the world. Being mean brings pain and suffering to you and others. We intuitively understand when we have been cruel. There are very few evil people in the world, but they do exist. We have many examples throughout history of how they have gained a foothold and disrupted societies. Cruelty and pain in our world is often brought about by those who have been marginalized, hurt, and disenfranchised. Work to solve these problems by understanding their historical, sociological, and political context. And remember what Benjamin Franklin said, believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. Having traveled and lived with students in India and Africa, I know you are also a thoughtful, conscientious, and intelligent group. Whether you believe it or not, you are needed in the world. At this point, you may not know what to do next. This is not at all unusual. Don't be timid. Jump into life with both feet. You are about to embark on an exciting adventure, so have fun, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Professor Hall, for reminding you that the fun part is also important. And I hope that everyone in the audience was inspired by these words of wisdom. So thank you very much. So now, graduates, this is your moment. So will the graduating class please rise? Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph, that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I hereby accept you for admission to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto.
Will members of the graduating class now please be seated?
Good evening, graduates and proud family and friends of the graduates. I'm sure you'll be excited, perhaps a little relieved, certainly happy to see your graduate walk across the stage and be greeted by the Chancellor and President. And you may want to express your emotions in some audible manner. This is fine, please go ahead. But may we ask that the general audience hold your collective applause until after the presentation of each of the degree programs, and we will give you the cue. Thank you. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Go ahead. Mohammed Wasim Ashik. Yuki Odette. Frederick Wayne Bell. Simon Thomas Burgee. Okay, go ahead. Dario Agravante Sidro. Okay, go ahead. No. Hui Hong Ding. Hervoy Farbeck. How many PhDs does it take? Okay. Joseph Kwesi Gayen. Anna Herman Lorman. Yeah. Okay. Anne Catherine Meyer. Xu Tian Miao. Shuji Wang. Catherine Kelly Withers. Alexander Lake Woodley. Yan Chu. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our doctoral graduates. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree Master of Environmental Sciences. Kelly Laura Sky Gregg. Jehangir Khan. Sarah Elizabeth Pyatt. Priscilla Prince. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree Master of Landscape Architecture. William Nathaniel Langley. Stephanie Pavan. Heather Ann Shibili. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree Master of Planning. Bakhtawar Khan. Michael John Salisbury. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree Master of Science. Haider Mohammed Ali Ahmed. Basim Mohammed Al-Ohali. Rumpa Biswas Bhattacharjee. Alexia Blake. Tangi Elizabeth Burke. Yongchil Chi. Jianan Chen. Xinyu Chen. Ying Chen. Travis John Cranmer. Maureen Elizabeth Crump. Reza Safahur Asfani. Jessica Lynn Gall. Changyu Gao. Ashley Louise Hansberger. Monica Elizabeth Kokoschka. Ling Wen Kong. Heidi Marie Latteroot. Zuli Lai. Megan Joyen Lee. Yang Li. Zhuwei Li. Cynthia Michelle Logie. Ayesha Khalid Lone. Chin Luo. Yuta Maju Mater. Amanda Ivana Malinka. Cale Stephen Matesic. Samantha Matarose. Ali Musavi. Anna Neustater. Kelly Elizabeth Nichols. Rosalind Apumedii Okeba. Faiza Omar. John Bolton Patterson. Yeah. Helen Mary Prinold. Yangzhou Chi. Arezu Rabari. Lance Schultz. Go ahead. Jonathan Langley Williams. Stephen Joseph Zenny. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree Master of Science Planning. Shayna Edith Leffler. Go ahead. Yushi Liu. Duncan Alexander Moore Martin. Monica Ann Ryu. William Ryan Southwood. Jiang Zhao. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present this scholar from the Ontario Agricultural College that he may be granted a graduate diploma. Prakash Chandran. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating all our graduate students from Ontario Agricultural College.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you this scholar from the Ontario Agricultural College that she may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Bioresource Management Honors Program. Katarina Lynn Zaborski. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors Program. Jacqueline Chia Yi Ang with distinction. Mackenzie Patrick Cleveland. Ashlyn Cecilia Mary Gavaya with distinction. Victoria Alyssa Mann. Chelsea Lee McClinchy with distinction. Rachel Ann Natividad. Jane. Zheng Zhang. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture Honors Program. Andrew William Klein. Vanessa Lee Knox. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you this scholar from the Ontario Agricultural College that he may be admitted to the degree Bachelor of Science in Environmental Sciences Honors Program. There's more. Francis Victor Adamo with distinction. Jennifer Nancy Allen. Jacqueline Battenberg. Shannon Rose Blencarn. Pugel. Laura Nicole Bugel, with distinction. Robin Joanna Katrine Cox. Michael John Carl Croft. Rory Dietrich. Stephanie Ann Mologney. Peter O'Connell. Melanie Nicole Pearson. Christine Reidner, with distinction. Christy Ann Sebastian. Christopher John Sale. Jenna Rose Snellgrove. Taylor Marie Stewart. Alexandra Silvestra. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be granted the Associate Diploma in Turfgrass Management. Alberto Aguilera. Christopher Copeman. Miles Curtis. Steve Philip Demphos. Matthew Wade Haig. Brown Alexander House. Jeffrey Hay. James Horvath. Jonathan Jacques. Duncan Kirk. Auf Deutsch. Paul Krug. Aaron Lowe. Stephen Aldo Mazzaro. Joe O. Joe O. Nathan Rupp. Sydney Riseball. Matthew Shushak. Jeff Smith. Eric Matthew Van Gerwen. Jeffrey Wells. Congratulations to all our undergraduate and diploma students.
Mr. Chancellor, I would ask you to confer the various and several degrees on the graduates listed in the program but unable to be present at this ceremony.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduands not present.
Well, graduates, you did it. Congratulations. Well done. Well, as you can imagine, we're all very, very proud of your accomplishments here at the University of Guelph, and we'll certainly continue to be interested to see how the foundations that you have developed here at the university as a student will continue to support you in the future. So we want to make sure that we celebrate your achievements and successes and hope that you will stay in touch. Remember that you're always welcome here, and certainly you are a student for a short time, but you're a Griffin forever. So make sure you stay in touch with your alma mater in the months and years to come, and we look forward to hearing about your own journeys. Now, following Convocation, Dr. Jonathan Schmidt, Associate Dean of the Ontario Agricultural College, will host a reception for all the graduates and their guests in Creelman Hall. And this really is an opportunity to congratulate the graduates, and we do hope that many of you can arrange to attend. Now, a couple of just quick housekeeping items. Once you've taken your photographs you require, graduates, if you could please make sure to return your gowns and hoods to the tent outside. Sometimes there's a tendency that you keep going gowns and hoods. If you could hang a right and drop them off at the tent, that would be appreciated. But once again, congratulations, wonderful work. It's a great evening, and the final word goes to our Chancellor.
Convocation is dismissed.